We are back. We are back. And you know what? I want to thank you so much, guys, for staying with us. Before we went to the break, I would have indicated we're going to be speaking about our money matters. And this is a staple of our Friday episodes. I just want to remind you that we are streaming live from the Comfort Inn and Suites Hotel right here, Orange Hill Road, Scarborough, Tobago. You cannot miss it. And this is something that you definitely want to experience. The ambiance, the customer service, the friendliness, the kindness that you encounter when you come to this establishment. And it's a joy working from here today. And you know, speaking about joy, my sister from another mister is here, Miss Lisa Frank-Phillips, and we are going to be delving into the dangers of spending at Christmas time, sticking to your budget. Lisa, thank you so much for joining us on Brunch.
Welcome. Sis-
How have you been?
I'm doing great. Thank you. And you?
I am so good. I feel so excited today. I feel like just running around and just jumping and singing glory, hallelujah. It's just one of those days for me. It's probably the Christmas spirit. Yeah? So let us delve into, oh my gosh, spending at Christmas time. The challenges in sticking to a budget. I know that I have mine. And I know so many people share those exact sentiments. So let us delve in. Tell us, how do we help our situations? Because we do the most when it comes to Christmas. Yeah.
Exactly. So the first thing is sticking to your budget is very important. And as you said, you have your budget, right? But then you're going and the Christmas music playing and you're having a good time and you might decide, oh, let me pick up this and let me pick up that, because as you said, the Christmas season is here. We're in the height of the Christmas season. And every store you're going to, every supermarket you're going to, you'll hear the Christmas music. So you get the urge to spend impulsively.
Yes. And one of the things that I found we do, we let our emotions take the forefront. That is the issue. Yeah.
So, it's like, you already shop, because most of us already shop, but then you're just in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And you might see a little thing, that's just a $5, that's just a $10, but remember, money adds up. So you already spent $15 and it might keep going. So the first thing you have to do is stop spending impulsively. That is one thing, because that is how we move at Christmas time.
Yes.
Yeah, you make your budget, stick to your budget. Have your goals. This is what I'm going to buy, and I am not going further. I'm not spending any more money. Stick to your budget. That is very important.
Why
Right?
is it so difficult sticking to a budget?
Because of the fact, as I said before, we are in the height of the Christmas season. Christmas music playing, you and your friend going down the road and you're chatting about Christmas. And you just take up impulsively. It's like, okay, I think I want some, I wonder if I have enough milk, boy. I wonder if I have enough juice, boy. And you just keep picking up. Unconsciously, that is what music does to you, as you said, emotions.
Yes.
Music does that to you. In every atmosphere, even the carnival time, you do the same thing.
And you know what the importance, one of the things that I found is, and I really have to applaud my grandmother, because she was the one who taught us, hello, get a list. And so this is your guide. You're picking up what you have on the list. Yeah? Have your list pre-prepared. And I will always share the story of going to the supermarket and pulling out my list. And apparently it was such a big joke. Everyone was like, what are you doing with all this? But it's something that is so needed when you go shopping. And one of the things also that I have to mention, should we leave those little ones at home? So let's answer the list question, and let's go to those little ones that walk along the aisles and they pull and pull and pull. and you get to the cashier and it's a whole other vibe. Yeah?
So as you said before, you make clear financial goals. So you have your list, you know exactly what you're going for. Now we can give them a leeway. Okay, it's like, Suzanne, 2 snacks for you, according to how many children.
Right.
And you know what they like. That is all you are going to pick up, and you will have the rest of your snack list on your list.
Right.
So you give them a little leeway. So you have to control them. So 2 snacks for you, choose your 2 snacks that you like, good. You're giving them a budget also. Let's say, okay, $20 is your budget. So you cater for that. When they are going over, you stop them, because as adults and as parents, we have to also teach them how to be financially responsible.
Yes, and manage that money.
I'm like, okay, $20, so whatever your $20 can buy, that is where you stop.
Right.
If you wish, you can even give them the money according to the age. So they have now learning how to budget their finances. So as they get older, just as how your grandmother taught you, they will have that financial sense.
And that is the thing, because we as the parents, we also need to really take the time to instill these values, because Christmas time comes and we get into the whole emotion of it all. Yeah. And I see so many decorations. It's like so festive. It's so accommodating. It's so inviting. And it kind of like draws you in, because you may go and you're not, your foresight is not to even be spending a long time at the store. But you get in, and as you said, the music, ambience, the vibe. You may even have an MC out front. I see business places doing that now, where you have the MC with his or her microphone, and they are just bringing a whole electric kind of experience.
Have hampers and they have tokens. So it's like, oh, I need to buy something here in order to get. Now you have to be financially responsible. Stick to your list. Okay, might have a little leeway, so it's Christmas time. So I might have a little, I'm gonna set aside like a $500 to spend extra. Stick to your $500 to extra. January is coming and everybody like, oh, January is so hard. It don't have to be hard. If you stick to your budget, set your financial goals, clear financial goals. You do not do impulsive buying. Yes, and it wouldn't be hard, because you know this is the amount I'm going to spend in December. January is coming, school is opening, so that's the next thing. So you just have to stick to your goals.
And budgeting, budgeting, budgeting. That is like the stamp on any financial conversation that we could possibly have, because it really starts there. For me, because I have to make mention of the fact that I have 3 children. So it's all about prioritizing, which we spoke about, on many occasions that you were here. Prioritizing. And for those of us who have those school fees, because preschool comes with the school fees, how do we even begin to budget through that, safeguard ourselves, because we still have the utilities that come like clockwork, the light bill and the phone bill and all these things that come like clockwork every month. And then you have the Christmas spending now, and you're all in the emotion, and it's so hard not to spend with emotion. That's one thing that I think we fight with, yeah.
All right, so let's see. Every year Christmas is coming. Every year, the 25th of December, Christmas is coming. You don't have to wait until December month to start planning for Christmas.
Right.
January, okay, what do I want for Christmas? You know, you want the ham, you want the cake. You might have an average of how much it will cost. Start putting aside a little every single month towards Christmas.
Right. So let's get out of the gift giving frenzy when the month of December arrives. We need to be thinking about that way before. Yeah, yeah, because that's one of the things. Because we do a Christmas gift giving, it's like a secret Santa. And it really helps when you have a limit on what your gift should cost. And so you put that stamp on it, and there's no room. I mean, it's up to you if you want to add something to that. But you have a limit to where this is how much I should be spending. Yeah? So do you see the positives when we're doing Secret Santa? Is that a positive step in terms of budgeting? Because it's like a budget still.
Exactly.
Yeah?
And as you said, you will have a stamp as to how much. So let's say normally this Christmas we did a 200 stamp. We could do like an extra for, let's say, 250 this year, next year, because you know things might go up. So you start from January, like, okay, let me start putting aside a little every month towards that. Right? That is a financial hack. Even people who like Christmas, birthdays, and anniversaries, and you start putting aside every month. That is you controlling your money instead of the money controlling you. Money controls you by impulsive buying. Oh God, I have to get my gifts. I have to get the curtains, and I don't know where the money coming from. And it starts stressing. That is money controlling you. You have to be in a position to control your money. So when you start putting it aside, or there are people advise if you want to have an account, stamp on that account spending. So that is where you're buying your groceries, your gifts, paying your utility bills. That is what you made that account specially for.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, sometimes we don't pay attention to our finances in the way that we should. That, I think, is one of the biggest problems, one of the biggest issues that we have as consumers. So it's like wanting the champagne, but you have more money.
Exactly.
Let's touch on that.
So you know, recently I was speaking to a young lady, because I do budgeting and stuff for persons, right? And this young lady said, you know, I don't open my pay slip. I'm like, what? You have to know how much money coming in.
Yes.
No matter what, open your pay slip. See what was deducted. See how much money is going to your account. So that you know exactly how much is. If you don't know how much money is coming in, then how much are you going to spend? You might overspend.
Yeah. And that's the thing, because you need to have some control. And I think we're losing control of our finances. Yeah.
Anything about it is like, okay, your money going into the account. And you know, okay, as you like to say, pay going to the bank or going and shop. Do you know how much money went into the account? Did you know if they short paid you? Did you know they overpaid you? Like, did you check to see how much money? Right. I am getting $1,000 after all the deductions. How much am I going to spend on utilities? How much am I going to spend on groceries? You need to have that in the bag, as you will say. Definitely. So even before you get your money, you make sure you do a budget, because you have an average of how much money you're going to get. So you start putting aside utilities, this amount, savings. As a matter of fact, savings, this amount, utilities, this amount, and every other thing. And you will have a handle to work with.
Definitely. And you know what? I am going to take a break. We're going to take a break, guys. We're going to be right back. please come back. I promise I will be here. We are going to be speaking money matters, the dangers of spending at Christmas time. Budgeting is a must. We're going to speak some more about that when we return with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. See you guys soon. And we are back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago, and we're speaking on money matters. My very, very good sister is here, Lisa Frank-Phillips, and we are delving into the importance of budgeting at Christmas time. So Lisa, welcome back to Brunch, yeah? And we were talking before we even went for a break, we were talking about some of the aspects that we take and we prioritize in terms of our culture or our history. And one of those things that I felt that I needed to mention was curtains. Curtains, curtains, curtains that we insist we must buy a new array every Christmas time. Tell us, what are some, do we necessarily need to do that, or can we capitalize on what we have and stay within a budget?
You don't have to do that. Most times we follow tradition.
Yes.
Look for cheaper ways or less expensive ways, because people might not like the word cheaper, less expensive ways to do things. So we have curtains at home, mix and match. So I know that people have different colors. You might have orange, you might have brown. Mix it in nicely and you see a whole different outlook. Storage you have to find for curtains. How many of us have all that storage? So during the year you have your curtain mix and match. That is just like a cultural thing that we adapt over the years. You know, and you want to see the place look new, but you can mix and match. Just as how we mix and match our clothes, because most time you don't really go out and buy new things. You have a nice pants, you look for a top that will match with it. So you don't have to fight with storage, you don't have to fight with that cost that some of us might not even have. Yeah, because of the culture we decide, okay, we are going to do it. Find cheaper ways or less expensive ways to get your curtains. Mix and match.
And I mean, you could always interchange. You could always use, let's take this from the bedroom and let's put it here, and let's, you know, interchange, because storage is an issue, and curtains, bed sheets, these things are very bulky. Some of us even have the cover sheets. So that's the blankets, the quilted blankets. And so these things are very bulky, and it's all about having that storage, because you have to think so holistically when it comes to these things, especially if it's that you're going to be spending your money to purchase these things. And I think when it comes to Christmas time, you pick up things that you would not normally pick up when you go to shop. Is that emotional as well?
Yes and no. Because, you know, during the year you wouldn't buy a ham. But Christmas time, because of culture and tradition again, you want to buy a little ham and make it feel all Christmassy. So that's the reason why I said start Christmas finish this year, January, start putting aside money to acquire these things, because you want to get a Christmas feel, and you know, the little biscuits and the little sweetie, and especially when you have children, they want to get that vibe. You know, it's like you don't want them to go to school and feel like less. So you start from January putting aside money so you could acquire your sweets, your extra biscuits, your ham, all the extra things that you want. Yeah. You know?
And these families abroad, these aunties and nenen and who else abroad, oh gosh, send a little barrel now. You know, send a little barrel, send some goodies and some, you know, let us get into that, the sharing and the caring. Let us not lose that. because sometimes, you know, you are where it's at. You are in such a, most cases, a better position where you can acquire these things and in bulk because of the sizing and those kinds of things. So let's get into being a lot more, you know, inclusive. Let's share, you know, a lot more. And I love the fact that you said you don't want your children to feel less than. You don't want them to have that feeling of inadequacy. So get yourself into the mind frame that you have to start earlier in order to do these things. Yeah.
Yeah, that because you're controlling the money, you're controlling the impulsive buying, and you might even start getting a list from early. So as early as November, you know exactly what you're gonna buy. You know the extra cost that you might acquire, but you already cater for it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
catering, because you always need a plan. I think most of us fall short with the plan, because you usually don't have one. And this is the issue here, because you don't have a plan. So that's when all the emotions come in and basically govern what you do.
And then you know there are different like apps you can use when coming to budget. So you don't have to like have a list. You could have your budget right on your phone or your smart tool. So you know, okay, this is the amount of money. This is the amount of money I'm getting. This is the amount of money I'm gonna spend, and right on your phone. You understand? You could do your grocery list right on your phone. You could take off what you already buy and all these kind of things. So it's like, yeah, be realistic too. Be realistic. Meaning, you know the amount of money I'm getting. Don't try to over budget yourself. You know you're getting $2,000. Be realistic. You know you have school coming up in January. Know how much you are going to spend. If it's $1,000, let it be $1,000.
What about gift cards? I see so many businesses offering that choice now. That in itself is budgeting as well. Yeah? Tell us a bit about how did you experience the trend, because it seems to be rising with regards to shopping.
So I was working in a company, and every year they will give us vouchers or gift cards to go to a certain supermarket and shop. And I was telling my husband, actually, I said, you know, I miss that. Because it's like you're getting a certain amount of money, and you know exactly now, okay, if I'm getting like, let's say $500, I know if I want to spend like $1,000 on grocery, I know that $500 already set. So now I'm just getting it for $500, and it cut down on your expenses.
And it's up to you. You see, you always have a choice. That's the thing. So even if, let's say, your gift card is equivalent to $200, and there is this particular item that you have been eyeing for so long and you want it, and your item costs $250 or $300, I have done my part by giving you the gift card. So it's up to you if you want to add on that, or if you want to get something within the range of the gift card, because we get so into gift giving. So many of us, you want to get something for everybody, and sometimes that's just not possible. Yeah.
And then you give them a time frame. So if they decide, okay, I'm not gonna spend it Christmas time, January is coming, so they give you up to like January, because most people give you like a 2-3 months to use these things. According, everybody have the different timing. So they give it that long. You know, January is coming, you need groceries. So if it's groceries, they give it for. You could keep it. As everybody said, January is hard, and you can use it in January. So you always prioritize, as we were said, be realistic. Don't do impulsive buying, you know, and don't overspend yourself. Christmas, which I love, is one day. Most of us sleep through the whole day after we don't shop and put up the curtains and everything, but don't go over yourself.
You really don't have to at the end of the day. You stay within your means. Like I said, don't want the champagne and the money is for Morby. Stay within your means. And as always, Lisa, oh my gosh, I love it when you come by. I love these conversations. You know, we are out of time, sadly, but I just want to say blessings to you and yours for the Christmas season and beyond, and a safe 2024. So this is from our family to yours. Blessings and success in whatever you endeavor to do.
Thank you, and same to you, and to my listening audience. Remember to stick to your budgets. And
Yes. You know, we are going to take a break, guys. I love talking to Lisa, but my time is up, unfortunately. But we're going to take a break. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. Of course, our trivia question is up next. This popular pastime is a favorite during the Christmas season, especially on Boxing Day. The answer at the end of the show. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. See you guys soon.